All right, we are back. Let's go to Megan in Knoxville, Tennessee. What's up, Megan?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you in Knoxville? Y'all having fun?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Very cool. Just a few hours down the road from me. What's up? How can I help?
Well, I have a question related to family boundaries, specifically with my grandmother.
We just had a call just like that. This is going to be the boundary show. All right, so bring it on. What's up?
Okay, so I am a senior at the University of Tennessee, and when I started college here, I started calling my grandmother, and it became an everyday thing. So I have called her every day for the past 3 years or more, and we've gotten really close because of it. It's been good.
Why'd you start calling her?
We started getting closer that summer before I left to college.
Okay.
And then it was kind of like positive reinforcement. Like, she was very happy to be receiving these calls. She would make comments to the family, even comparing, like, Megan calls me every day, or Hannah never calls me, but at least I can count on Megan.
Yes, you became the golden granddaughter. Are y'all in the same town, or y'all live in different cities?
So she lives an hour away from me. I'm actually in that town right now.
Okay.
To the east. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you've been calling every day for 3 years.
Yes.
Most married couples don't talk to each other that often, so well done. All right, so.
So moving forward, I have begun to realize that it is less of a good, call, and I'm enjoying it. It's more of this obligation and like a checkbox. Like, I'll plan my day like, oh, I got to call her at this time, and I'll try to plan it just so I can make sure that I said, okay, I did call her, because I have missed a couple of times. And when I have, she will remember, and she makes a point of it, like, oh, yeah, I know you didn't call me yesterday. I was thinking you were leaving me to the side or something like that.
That's such that's a great power move. That's a great guilt trip move. Well done.
So I'm trying to wean off of it, because I'm applying to grad school. Is that a good way to say it? I mean, you wean off of anxiety meds, you wean off of
calling
grandma's calls.
That's right.
Yeah. And because I'm moving on to a different phase of my life. I'm applying to grad school right now. I have a new relationship. Things are getting a little bit busier.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I wouldn't have time to call her every day. If you want to do something, you can make time for it. But I don't know if I want to call her every day. And now I just feel like she has this expectation. And she's even made comments about my sister, who doesn't call at all. Like, well, at least I can count on you. I know you'll call me every day. And I've kind of said, Grandma, sometimes in the future I might not be able to. And she's like, well, I sure hope not. I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just thinking forward to the future. If I have a family and kids and stuff, am I going to be able to call my grandma every day?
So I'm going to free you from this. You don't have to feel guilty for not calling your grandma every day.
Thank you.
You're free. Be free. I do think what's the right way to say it? Some sort of boundary conversation would be helpful. And just know that any sort of boundary conversation is going to come with somebody who receives the boundary conversation really banging their head up against that boundary to see if it holds or not. And so if you say, hey, Grandma, we're going to go down to once a week. I'm entering into a bonkers season of my life. We're going to go down to once a week. I'm going to call you every Sunday at whatever. You provide yourself some clarity. You provide her some clarity. And then she's going to get upset with you. She's going to say, well, I don't know what I did to hurt your feelings, or I don't know why you don't love me anymore. And that's where this is going to be so hard, but you as the grown-up have to know that those kind of comments are not about you. That's about her. That's her choosing to try to exert power over a young woman. In the counseling, we call it the one down position.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of saying like your dad might one up position, say, you will call me every day or I cut off your cell phone because I have bigger muscles than you and bigger paychecks. Grandma in the one down position goes, oh, okay. I thought you loved me, but if you don't, then okay. I hate to be a burden to you, and I know you're I thought I was more important than your boyfriend in school, but if I'm not, then that's great. That's one down position nonsense. See?
Yeah.
Here's what really sucks. You can't control grandma. And you have to decide, am I going to give her permission to speak into every corner of my life? Or is she going to be my grandmother?
Yeah, I think in the way my mind works, I'm like, okay, if I just plan this out perfectly,
Nope.
I can control her reaction, but that's not the case, I guess.
You can't. No, you can't. The best way you can do is be honest with her, treat her with dignity, treat her with respect. And if you set up a new boundary, you uphold your end of the bargain. So if you say, I'm going to call you every Monday at 8 a.m. or whatever, then build that into your world. Or if you say, hey, instead of calling, I want to start writing letters back and forth. That might be a good thing. Let's start mailing each other letters. I don't get any mail. I'm running out of time where I can't do these phone calls anymore. Or, like you said, I don't want to be on the phone all day, every day. I'm working on talking on the phone less, but I do want to write letters to you. And I do love getting letters because I don't get them. And I know you're still in college. You may not even know what a letter is.
I like letters. I actually just sent out Christmas cards.
Yeah, imagine if you got a Christmas card every week. They're the best. Write each other letters. But I'm trying to think of maybe something like that. But at the end of the day, this has become an area of esteem for you. And even though you don't like it, it kind of feels awesome when she talks trash about her other grandkids, including your sister, and you're the best one. It's kind of awesome. And that kind of is lame, too. And it's time to let that kind of stuff go. And just know this is going to hurt, and she's going to make you feel really guilty, and you're going to feel guilty.
Well, because she doesn't really have many people is the thing. She doesn't.
That's a
really
choice that she's made.
That's
a choice that she's making on a daily basis. And I hate that. Does your mom call her? Or your dad?
That's the thing. That's where this is. It's my mom's mom. My mom also has, since we moved here to Tennessee for the past, 10 years, she has called her every day too. And then it kind of, so it's my mom and me that call her every day. Those are the real two people that she has interacting with her on a regular basis.
So in a weird way,
but she does still have my mom.
you're yeah, sorry, Mom, you got to call twice a day. You are basically your grandmother's anxiety medication. Is that fair?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah. That's not your job. Your job is just to love.
And I've noticed I've started to resent it a little bit.
There you go. And that ultimately, that's where this all ends up. Is instead of feeling guilty about not calling, you call and you call and you call, even when I don't have time, even when I don't want to, even when I've got other things I really need to get done, and then you land in resentment world, and then you start to not like your grandmother because you make it her fault that you can't not call.
That's exactly what it is. And sometimes I even notice myself getting so annoyed with her for nothing, just because I'm like, oh.
Yes, because you're in resentment. Remember this when you get married, because this will show up again somewhere. Are you going to marry this person you're with?
I hope so.
Oh, gross. Are they cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's going to be things that drive you crazy about them. And you can feel guilty about saying something and just choose to not say anything. Like, I really drives me bonkers when you leave your shoes out. Or can we all just agree to put our shoes up? Or I'm just not going to say anything. I know they're working hard, and I'll feel guilty. And then that turns into resentment. So just choose guilt over resentment every time. Every time. And choose dignity over all of it, right? So being honest with your grandmother, letting her know what's up, choosing I'm not going to let her make me feel bad for setting boundaries up in my life. I'm just going to make that choice. And you have to practice it.
If she does get upset about it?
Let's back that up. 100% chance she will.
Okay.
1,000% chance she will. There is no way to manage to soft land this thing. She's going to view it as a breakup and as though she is in your way and you have chosen grad school or some romantic interest or some dog or some pet or that you're choosing these things over her. She's forced herself into this binary. It's me or everything else, which is not how any relationship should be. But you know who else does that? Children, young children. Daddy, don't go to work. You should stay here and play. I got to go to work. Well, if you loved me, you'd stay at home and play. No, if I loved you, I'd go get a job so that you can eat. You're right. And such it is. In an ideal world, your grandmother says, you're going to grad school? That's incredible. You're not going to have time to talk to me every day. Let's talk once a week. And I want to hear all about it. And I want to hear about this knuckleheaded person you're in love with and all those things. That's an ideal perfect world, because that's a grandmother who's interested in your success and your time and trusts you to be a good steward of your life. Unfortunately, we don't all get that.
Well, I'll pray that that is the answer, but I don't think that's going to be, knowing my grandma.
100% chance it won't be. 100% chance. But you're still worth it anyway. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. So get your boundary lined up. Maybe go ahead and tell your mom too, this is coming. Hey, I'm going to have a talk with grandmother. And maybe write a letter too and mail it so that she can know how exciting it is to get a letter from you, or I don't know, or something. But yeah, there is no way to soft land this one. Just be honest, be direct, treat your grandmother with dignity. And then when she starts her guilt tripping, choose in your heart to say, that's her processing her loneliness. That's her processing her grief. That's not mine to own. She's a grown-up. She's a brilliant, strong grandmother, and she's making this choice. And maybe she will get some buddies she can hang out with every day. That'd be even more awesome.